Hello. I'm gonna get to work. Oh my, here comes my cat. All right, buddy. I like you too. You're gonna have to just set you right there. No. No, no, sir. Okay. Hello, everyone. It'll probably be a small crowd tonight. Okay. And I'm gonna be really quiet. I want to solve some of these problems and let my mind relax. I need to zone out for a while. You know what? Maybe I'll put on some music. That will help. I'll do it. I could just do Akira again.
This is Source Wave Radio by Akira the Don. You are listening to Rush Vibes.
I'm probably gonna just not even look at the chat. So you've been forewarned. I'll check in every now and again. But I'm gonna close this window. Should be a road running alongside it, the tarmac. sucks. Seems like something that might come in handy. Cord tethering it down. I may talk to myself while I'm doing this, so it works. Okay, some of this down here is really unresolved. Get it? So it's sort of put along here. The mirror should have one of those straw hats. Old timer. wish we were having more time. Wish we had more time to get some guests on and chat more about storytelling. Which I guess I could do while I'm doing this, but it'd be fun to be more focused and conversational. Maybe with a guest. Well, we have 17 people in here. That's actually pretty good. Think about it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad everybody's having fun in the chat. Thank you, John Carter. We're very excited about the 3 books. I want the Indiegogo to be a very nice experience. Very nice and easy and clear and clean. Working very hard at that. It's something I'm dealing with a little bit more now. So it's just, it's crazy. I don't want to complain about how, because I've got a burden, but it's manageable and it's fun and it's cool work. It feels impossible from time to time. But compared to what, really, right? These poor people through the path of this hurricane. That's tough. Jeez. So, perspective.
This is Source Wave Radio by Akira the Don.
Alright, so
You are listening to Rush Vibes.
here we go. We got the mayor. He's giving his spiel. Maybe Eric Weathers will pop into the chat. He'll see what I'm getting at here. Yeah, the philosophy tracks, those are cool. I've always wanted to use those. They kind of keep your mind engaged, which is really nice. Maybe I'll play some of those next. I think some people might get tired of them, but I suppose the chat will let me know if they get tired of it, or they can just turn it off. Joseph Stolen. Hey, you know EVS, Comic Artist Pro Secrets? He could help promote your stuff. Yes, I know Ethan. We're OG. So Ethan pops on in the chat here from time to time, usually about every other video. So, yes, I have some famous friends, y'all. Alright. Panel 2, hopefully this works. We'll go all the way across and look for the next panel bloom, which will start here-ish. More like here. I like that better. I don't know, something like that. Whatever. My idea for this panel was to go. This should read as panel 3. I'll be damned if this is not actually the updated script. It isn't. We're gonna do something a little bit different with this. Hopefully Eric has the right version. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get so detailed. I'm gonna keep it really simple on this first pass. You know what? These people are just a little rough. Oh, it's Neb. It's like special guest Neb is gonna drop in. Stop with the smooth jazz, draw to death metal. Neb, what you play in Grandma's basement is not death metal. That is like oozy pus metal. Neb, I never said you couldn't draw. I never said you couldn't draw. You just can't draw very well. And that's a fact. I just got a invitation to go on to the Edwin just texted me, actually. He's inviting me to go on the auction, which I will politely refuse because I need to move some ground on pages. And we're hanging out here. Give me 1 second to respond to this. No streaming, working. Stick at it, thank you. Okay, that's done. Innovate. The only thing Neb Breitweiser ever invented was bacon beer. Yes, and it probably would have been worth $1 billion had Grandma not flushed your beer down the toilet. Alright, so I think basically I don't really have the correct script for this. It's true. It's true. I did love bacon beer, and I do think it's the only good thing you ever made, Neb. But I have the recipe to it, and you have my drawings, and I'll give you the recipe to bacon beer back. But you have to return my artwork and apologize to cousin Stacy for blaming it on her. It's kind of the same angle. I was way drunk when I both made bacon beer and borrowed the art, so maybe a trade. Okay, that's settled. And it's Edwin, who's stream sniping. They're starting an auction. But, you know, auctions are boring. Unless you're bidding. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody has a nice time at the auction. So that is some superhero comic or some World War I action. Oh, it's a... They're not really superheroes. It's, I guess, a Mystery Men comic called Red Rooster that I'm working on. That I've been taking pre-orders for on Indiegogo. So I think Joseph is new here, which is awesome. Glad you found us. Everybody has a nice time here. And I draw and I talk about the comic books that we're making. I should make that more clear in the description, actually, because I think we have a different crowd now. We're getting new people. So I should update the description. Yay or nay? I think everything might need a bit of a refresh. Alright, crowd of people. Here we go. Alright, I was trying to solve the motorcycle problem. Strong boy, they land the plane here in panel 2, in panel 3, panel 4. Yeah, Mr. Mayor. What's the photo op or whatever, and Red Rooster's having none of it. Maybe he gives him a little grief. Rooster's had enough of this. He's done being your prop. The only problem with this shot is it's very nearly the same angle. This one. I should have this on that layer. Why did I do that on another layer? I ask myself that all the time. See, that makes it much easier to plant these figures on the ground. Maybe a close-up, one hand reaching out and the other guy not responding. The space is pretty small. Yeah. It is pretty small, and I really don't have any close-ups, except for this very last one. What I really don't have are any medium shots, which really kind of bothers me. And this has a foreground element on the bottom left, and then he's very small. It makes this feel out of balance, and maybe I could solve it right here. Because I do like this shot of them walking towards the motorcycle. Let me go ahead and flesh it out. I'm gonna have Strong Boy walking around on the other side of him, almost like they're a couple of wolves. There's just a kind of a gaggle behind them. It's a bit of a parade, like they're not just gawking, so there are like some Rooster fans and townspeople that are celebrating. There's a banner. Signs, yeah. No, I like that idea. You can say a lot with some signs here. Like, yeah, that's what we'll do. Just one that says like, welcome home Rooster, vote mayor.
This is a Source Wave Radio.
What should we call the mayor? The mayor has a name, it's in the script. Yeah, that works. I dig it, I dig it.
You are listening
I could even, instead of drawing this woman,
Bites.
just put another sign. Just forget that, I'm not gonna draw that big hat. Yes. Yeah, alright. I like that. 1, 2. Nice, nice, nice. Problem solved. That helps big time. Alright, so the idea here is I can redo this panel and try to make it so that the figures are, there's at least a medium shot, which we don't have. Going back to ground. We're getting it done right, which I hope everybody appreciates. Okay, so they ride off and leave them there in the dust. So we don't have to actually show them getting on the bike. We that. Maybe it's just a straight on, dead on profile of the mare. This hat. Drawing in the one page. That works though. His tie blowing. Blown by dust. Maybe he needs to be a little bit more active. Dance a little bit. I started with his hat, which is a bad idea. No, I'm glad you expounded on your statement there, Joseph Stalin. People were asking questions. Alright, so straight on the idea. The center of my double page spread is here, so I want to make sure nothing valuable falls right there. Yeah, I like that. I do like it. It's a good idea. There's a lot to communicate here. I don't like this way this is going. So every page is like a hierarchy. And there's a lot of information here. The plane is knocking, so it's like going putt, putt, and kind of an odd sound. So she's going to take the plane into the hangar. What about panel 3? Maybe panel 3 is not the right shot. Maybe this could be reorganized in a very different way. And that might be worth exploring just quickly. Yeah, the rooster is coming very slowly. You're watching it. And maybe you can help me solve these puzzles. So the only thing I'm going to keep here is this last panel, which I think fits very, very nicely. There's a villain peeking out of a hangar door, which I'd like to set up. Maybe I can rethink this. Alright. Got this much space. Now I've got to get the Red Rooster on his motorcycle, zipping away, so that the villains sense their opportunity to strike. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. We'll see what happens. Rooster steps on the gas and the mare eats dust. Yeah. That is kind of classic. I'm thinking I want to play. We'll see. We'll see what we get. The plane is putting along, and Miss Midnight wants to stay behind and check the engine, right? So she's going to stay behind, and it's important to set up the next act. What happens at the beginning of the next act? So I can get that out in exposition here, but I think I need to show the plane going into the hangar. And then there's the interaction with the mayor, who's kind of a funny character. And it lets us, that little interaction with the mayor gives us a little insight into the Red Rooster's frustration, right? Tired of being used as a prop, the plane is knocking, the villains are nearby, and the plane, they're obviously frustrated with the mayor who's using this as a political deal. And then the Red Rooster gets on his bike with Strong Boy and they zip away. All of that has to happen in a page. So that's my dilemma. So it's not just real simple cut and dry. I've got to get all that communicated here. It does make me wonder if even this panel is even necessary. Alright. I'm going to rethink this very differently. Oh, no, that I don't like. We're getting somewhere. I was going to break the panel border with this. Maybe. Right, so maybe the plane, we don't do the touchdown shot. Thank you, Adrian. So maybe we don't do the touchdown shot. They're already landed. Where's my model? They're already landed and taxiing. Miss Midnight is over here working on it already. Or, no. I got a better idea. This will add better depth. It's going into a hanger, maybe. Just like getting swallowed up. The Red Rooster and Strong Boy and the mayor, the whole gaggle are walking towards the bike and some cars. This is going to be all sort of black. And the plane is kind of being walked in or whatever. Oh, 30 frames a second. Okay. For the next stream. Because the audio is getting choppy. Alright, good deal. I wonder if I can change that now. No, I cannot. Okay. Next time. Bye, Neb. Cousin Stacy is not a hot date. She wants nothing to do with you, Neb, but good luck. I like Joseph's thinking here. Yeah, maybe it could be from inside the hangar. That's actually a pretty good idea too. Stacy is a hot date. She just shouldn't be your hot date, Neb. If you get my drift. We don't need another Uncle Bill. See you, Neb. Neb's gonna go put his plane in the hangar. I'm not cleaning up that mess. Alright, so I'm gonna take Joseph Stalin's suggestion here. See if we can create something that's a little bit more dramatic, where Miss Midnight is in there working on the engine. That's a pretty good shot. I really like it. I like this shot. Okay, Joseph Stalin is a really good storyteller, it turns out. You can stick around, dude. And we got Red Rooster walking out of it here, so they're all in shadow and he's nice and bright. I can illustrate this better with some gray tones. Perspective is off. Maybe they're still in shadow and then the mare is in full white. I like that. Here he is with arms outstretched. And the believe me look here. Rooster, my friend. So let's see again. Alright, I need to get a proper perspective grid on this. Bit of a maybe. Not too tricky of a shot, really. It's still pretty clearly defined. These characters obviously are going to move around. Marrow Munster. Maybe. We should be walking pretty fast. We're not wasting any time. It's serious business. Strong Boy's playing his part appropriately for now. The year is like 1931-ish to 33. Early 30s is basically kind of where we're putting it for this storyline. I don't want to spoil too much, but it actually, there are two, 1931 and 1935. So most of what you're seeing here is 1930. Everything you see here is 1931. It's the golden age of Red Rooster. You'll also see a slice of the character as he is in 1935, which is the technical beginning of his journey. Technically. Right now I'm just trying to tell the story of his golden age, which is most of the special, but it's going to tie in very, very nicely. It's been very meticulously plotted out, and hopefully well executed. I think so far it has been, if not just a little slow. Yeah, that's the mayor. He's big, fake smile, greasy skin, straw hat, cigar. I mean, he's the whole bit. He's small here. We need to see the mayor up and close. That's one of the... Again, working on everything. I like this a lot, though. Some tools, knickknacks over here. Paint buckets, cloth, 2x4s, stuff you'd see at the shoved into the corner. Maybe a clock right here. That's a pretty good idea. Clock for the time. This seems like something you'd have in a hanger. The motorcycle should be nearby. I'm gonna come back to that. I love this. I love this. And I can't... Obviously I executed it. The nose needs to be a lot bigger. Those are the colors. But the idea for the shot was excellent, and I think it works. I don't think we have to show it landing. I think we can just make the assumption that they land, and then they're in the hangar and coming out. To be greeted by the signs. And I like the signs. The motorcycle somewhere here. I don't know, I guess. This cave. Maybe it's flying a little bit more. And then the final shot, which I think I've got lit as well. Ninja Comic 33 is Red Rooster in the same universe as my other 3 books. Yes, technically. Yes, they're in the same universe. All except for... I want to spoil... There's some stuff brewing that has been actually planned for a long time, and I don't want to spoil it. Like big stuff. Alright, maybe this is a good chance. This is a good time to talk about this. We've got 20 people here, and maybe I can let you in on some little secrets. And I can start building the language for this. So, we do have some stuff that's been long plotted years back, that involves the futurists across our 4 titles. the other 3 books, so which are Nora's Saga, Bass Reeves, True Legend of Bass Reeves, and The Futurists. But there is a thread. They do exist, they play together. So I guess it is a universe, I suppose. They're all in very different time periods, each one of these things, right? We do have some very long planned and specific ideas for the Futurists, and I am just going to leave it at that. If we can succeed at what we're doing and launching, growing this company, launching these titles, having fans support them, especially with the Futurists, the Red Rooster, well, all of them, they're all really important books. We have some surprises up our sleeves. What is the mayor's superpower? And I think Austrian economics is the last thing on this mayor's mind. It's probably tail. And getting reelected. Alright, back to music. Golly, though, that shot, that so makes it. I love it. I'm quite pleased. You get a nice shot of Miss Midnight, and it really leaves her there alone, which was super important. This is why I call Twitter A-Team. Or I'm sorry, I call YouTube A-Team. Twitter is B-Team, because they're not quite as helpful. But they try. Bless their hearts. Bless their little hearts. YouTube is A-Team. I get good ideas here. Austrian economics will get him reelected. I don't know, people are not very bright. Brian the Observer. They're not. I think most people probably wouldn't know what Austrian economics were versus like Zimbabwe economics. I don't think. All right, thank you, Joseph Stalin. I appreciate the help. So you were a team player tonight. I mean, I guess people are bright, but compared to what? I'm being a little mean. That was a very negative thing to say, and it's not technically accurate either. So, it's not right to say necessarily most people aren't very bright, but it's not bright compared to what? And I'm also not bright in a great many things. So I shouldn't be maybe so negative.
Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Clean up your room.
Oh, Rascal. No, Rascal goes with Strong Boy and Rooster. Just draw him there, so I don't forget it. Keep thinking. Alright, in this shot, my thought is we just skip right ahead to I Am in the Dark. Too close up. This is not the right angle. Not the right angle. Ah. Right. Alright, I'm going to take just a little quick walk around the house. Restroom. We did solve a big problem. Right here in the middle. That's a big win. Although I think the script might have to be rewritten. But that's okay, because it's mine, I can do whatever I want. So that might have sounded a little snotty, but it's true. We're trying to get the best product possible, so changes do happen. But the basics, everything that needs to happen happens. Alright. I will put this on full screen so you guys can imbibe. I'll be right back. 33 likes. Wow, that's awesome. Somebody just joined and I'm just about to take just a short break, so I have to stand up and pace every so often or I lose my mind. Be right back.
Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Clean up your room. Clean up your room.
The Red Rooster powers. He doesn't, so none of these characters are super powered. No, I'm a little bit tuckered out for a big long pitch, but my cat now is bothering me. Go. I'm gonna have to get my wife to feed the cat. Buddy, that was really annoying. But he's a folk hero. So he's a costumed folk hero in the dawn of mass media in the 1930s. Acrobat. He's no, Kelsey, I'm not wearing pants. What do you think this is? Amateur hour? Of course I'm not wearing pants. All right. Yeah. So he's a folk hero. He becomes famous. And then becomes like he becomes like an early celebrity, costumed celebrity, mystery man. He has a mantle. I'm sorry, he's inherited the mantle. The Red Rooster is a mantle. Like I said, it's late. There's a lot of distractions. So the mantle's passed from generation to generation. The current Red Rooster is Frank Cooper. In this storyline, we follow the story of Frank Cooper. His sidekick here is Strong Boy Thurman. Next to him, the big fella. He's training him to be the Red Rooster. Things are not going to go as planned, of course, because this is a comic book. And I think it's a darn good one, if you ask me. I'm very proud of the stories that we're doing. I think we got a couple of new people here, maybe, so I'm giving the primer. So that's Red Rooster. It's the story of his. It's called Red Rooster Golden Age on Indiegogo. It's about his fall from grace, which sets him up for hopefully a comeback story, which I set up with this issue, or with this 60-page special, which is now 64 pages, and will probably end up likely around 68. Maybe 66. Kelsey Shannon is in the chat. He is definitely not wearing pants. Esoteric Independent Publications is new. Very cool. Well, thank you for stopping in. I am working on drawings for my book Red Rooster Golden Age. I'm sorry for the sloppy pitch. The other thing I'm doing here with everybody else is my wife and I are starting a comic book publishing venture, and we have 3 other awesome titles, one being drawn by Kelsey Shannon, who's in the chat here. You should check out his work, called Nora's Saga, The Futurists, and Bass Reeves, all with Class A with a capital A creators. So these are very, very, very good works. And so we talk a lot about storytelling here sometimes while I'm drawing my particular book, Red Rooster. Kelsey's in the chat. He's the artist for Nora's Saga. I have some stuff about the Futurists a few episodes back, some coloring. This being drawn by Butch Geist. Anyway, I'm gonna overload you if I tell you everything that I'm doing. It's a lot, actually. And we just have a cool place to hang out from time to time. People come in and out and watch the progress being made. Even though I'm a little late, everybody knows it. Touch slow, but I'm getting there. Once I get to the stage of open submissions, I would love to get to that stage. I would love to do open submissions. Does Marvel still do that? Do they still have that process? Alright, so the Red Rooster rides away on his bike and leaves the mirror in the dust. You know what I really missed though is a nice shot. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could just break this up into 2 panels. They should have submissions. There should be a way to gamify it. If you put out a call like that, it needs to be a real challenge. And feel like it. You know, I think that breeds excitement and enthusiasm for the company and for the characters. Dynamite has open submissions. I'll play with this as one shot. Let's see. Alright. Taking off on the bike, leaving the mirror in the dust. Maybe I will do the inset of two hands. How do you show that though? That he's not shaking someone's hand. Like if it's brushing his hand off, that's kind of a tough motion to express in a comic book. So he kind of brushes the mirror off. That was the thought. I just don't think there's, I don't think it's, I can't show it in a close-up because it's, without the movement, without the total movement, it would be hard to express that, I think. Alright, Kelsey's gonna challenge me to do it. I'm trying not to. It's probably what needs to be done. I'm just playing. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Okay, maybe it can be done in a medium shot. I just don't think it can be done that way. Maybe Kelsey the Great One could do it. Maybe if I extend them out a little bit. Maybe his hand is just out. I can't do it with a close-up, but I can do it with the whole body language going. He would lean into this, the mayor, because he's an alpha personality, so he's going to lean in. And then this red rooster walking on by, just this way. He looks like a midget. Alright. You can't say midget anymore, I think. That's offensive. I like this. This is good. Problem here, I'm never get a good shot of the mayor, but that's okay. It's okay. I can live with that. I'm just looking at him. Walking. Walk on by. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're doing the walk on by. It just came out. I didn't mean to say it. A dwarf. He looked like a small person. I didn't mean to offend Matt V. People are very sensitive. I don't think he's really offended. I might just be projecting that onto it. I don't know what words you're supposed to say and not supposed to say anymore. It feels like it just changes all the time. I wanted to cut a panel, but it's just not going to happen. Kelsey, I'm pretty sure you're definitely not supposed to say that. Or watch that on any type of illicit channels on the internet. And they're walking. I can reinforce the hanger right here. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I got the hanger in the background. I can have this nice strong black right there. And the mayor looks good. I dig this. Stars on his chest. There's not a lot of room for dialogue. I can move them down a little.
Clean up your room.
That's better. Okay, Kelsey says, better not let it get out of hand before I have to delete my stream. Yeah, Kelsey comes in and the whole thing gets totally degenerate. Ugh, buddy. You couldn't sit on my lap. Yeah, buddy. Oh. Cringy. Don't just say cringe. Just tell me what I did. Just call me out. I'm not gonna get offended. Oh, about my cat. Yeah. Well, I like my cat. He's a good cat. Brr. Yeah, Kelsey's a degenerate. What can I say? But I don't think I think he's just joking around. It's probably you. You're cringe. Kelsey's just joking. To everybody new, he's just a card. But he could be hitting on Matt V too. I really don't know. Kelsey is full of surprises. But I don't think he's into dudes. Pretty sure, like 99.9% sure Kelsey is not into dudes. Alright, bye Kelsey. We all have a lot of work to do. Obviously. Alright, so the motorcycle zips away on this panel, leaving the mirror in the dust. And there's so much information on this page. And it's a good page. I didn't have the motorcycle here. He's getting on it. Yeah. So we need to have the mare probably here. I think we want to go really simple with this shot. Just a very, very, very simple, maybe even a silhouette. Our chat is, or at least our chat is lively. It's making me laugh. This is almost like the 8-bit video game style in silhouette here. It's like one of the indie screens for like a 8-bit. Riding off into the sunset with the sidecar. Kicking up a cloud of dust. I think that's pretty good. Drawing in a club. How has my day been? I got to see my niece for the first time, which is nice. My brother had a baby, or his wife had a baby. So that was a big part of my day. Very cool. Dealing with a lot of other stuff. Dealing with a lot of stuff, actually. But it's all good. It's all about creating some great stuff, creating some great comics in a worthwhile initiative, publishing company. A lot of branding, website. We've been over it. I don't want to bore everybody. And I don't want to complain because people have it a lot worse than me. It's a great privilege to get to create all this. So, but it is long hours. All right. Last panel seems somewhat unresolved here. This one here. I've got to show in this small space. You know what? Maybe I should turn it the other way. Yeah. I think it's just the way that it's turned. I think the shot works. It just needs a different angle.
Akira. Let's go. Clean up your room. Clean up your room.
By Joseph Stalin. Thanks for dropping in. He was a new visitor. He was very nice. Participating. Joseph Stalin is a very lovely person. He just the name itself conjures up, you know, positive feelings. Alright. The motorcycle rides away, leaving the mayor and his attaches in the dust, but the hangars have to be visible. That's the challenge here. I think I solved it. Alright, so the mayor is standing at the vanishing point. And the panel border is the ground, which sometimes has a really nice effect. You know what? I can bring back the water tower, so that's a good callback. You're in the distance, and then we kind of reestablish the elements of the airfield. Boom. This camera angle, it's just like putting a camera on the ground. Pretty easy shot, actually. No, this is the same mustache. I did trim it back maybe just a little. All right, we did it. This is a damn fine page. A lot of stuff still to work out. Obviously, underestimated it quite a bit here. But we're going to get it done. Results are going to be great.
We need to know who the crowd is and even more importantly, we need to tell you.
Everybody's going to be happy.
Hey, there's some hierarchies, there's confidence out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to wind this down too.
Go be a plumber. Be a good
I've got a,
because otherwise all you do is go out
we have a commission. Well, we sold the Kapow Cola Girl sketch at an auction to a gentleman who could be listening. It's sitting out here on our other drawing table to be watercolored and then to be sent to you. So if I have extra energy tonight, I might do that, or I might tackle that in the morning. Elizabeth obviously is going to help me with that. So, gotta get that guy's auction piece he paid good money for out. So, appreciate that. Appreciate your patience while we're obviously working really hard. To the gentleman that bought that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is good. This was the last big puzzle that we had to solve to complete a very large batch of pages. So I'll move into a whole spread of pages with tighter pencils. I need a couple of days, very long, full days on those, if I can get them. My days are very scattered among a lot of different tasks with the company. But that's the next step with this batch of pages. I need to get tight pencils. And then we're gonna have several inking streams as I bring up this batch of pages over the next few days. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. Take this screenshot. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun watching me lay out this the beats for this page. I'm gonna get some rest and just hit it fresh, maybe early in the morning. I'm gonna try to get up early, and that's probably a pretty good plan before people start emailing me. Does Elizabeth ever do coloring streams, or would she? I think the best we're gonna get from Elizabeth, she's a little bit shy. I don't necessarily want to be doing this either, but I'm pretty good at it, and I don't mind drawing in front of people live. She gets very nervous. Let me turn down the music. She gets very nervous, but I'm encouraging her to maybe record some stuff and quick, like screen record, and then we'll speed them up and play them very sped up. So that might happen. She's been playing around with it. Okay, Esoteric Independent Publications. Thank you for the compliment. Thanks for tuning in. If you were new here, I always appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. We are making a comic book company with 4 great comic books and great creators, and they drop in and visit. We have some celebrity guests that pop in and out of the chat. We have a good time. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.